Hello, good morning, welcome back to Trains with David. Here on my large country board I put a minimum amount out. I put this little barrier here, my little halt. We have the hill, I have my cabins plus my two new cabins and my new little station which I've painted. The roof grey, which was orange, painted the signs on the chair, which were grey. I painted them black, added some figures, and the supports I painted brown. I've got my workstation over here with some little work huts, cables and barrels, and lots of guys working. Over here we've got the coal bunker and a little cabin next to our super windmill. And down here we have the farm. I've not put vehicles, pavements or anything out, just a very bare, simple country layout. So I'm running my 009 with two carriages and a caboose. The caboose came with another set, but as it's roughly the same size and scale as my carriages, which came with the Rail King engines. I painted them many colours over the last year, but I'll stick with the blue, and I've got the engine with the light blue and the Arriva with the dark blue, which in reality is what they were. So if I get another 009, which I'm inclined to do, I'll paint that dark blue. And if I was to get another one after that, I'd paint it dark green. My mining village, I would actually get another 009 and paint that completely black to represent the trains that you would have had at that time back in those smoke field days. So I come down track side, of course the train disappears behind the hill on the farm before coming round I could put the camera on a tripod mounting, which would make it less jittery. And I've got my GoPro, which I'm contemplating finding a way to put it in one of my open high-sided wagons or even a bogie and letting the train run around the track with the camera on board, as I have seen Charlie do with his wonderful layouts with helixes and raised sections and the electronics that he's into. So while I've got this layout, I'll run another loco, and I have located my high-sided wagons, which were in another box. I have boxes within boxes within boxes. So planning, not one of my specialities on the train. Very much an ad hoc improvised setup every time. So let's run just for a few laps. We'll run the high-sided wagons. So here I'm running my little red loco. I haven't put a new battery in this, and I think it's in urgent need of a new battery. So we'll let this do just some slow running here. And let's fly over the town, or the village rather, some way it's a town. And we can see my new little platform station that I've just painted. So we get very slow running when the batteries are down. So these wagons which I've painted because they were slightly different colour with some white print on, but you can see the detail on them is quite good. These are short wheelbase, and they would be ideal for running on my 009 track, which is much tighter radius. So I'll run the longer ones with my green engine, which I've replaced the battery. So here we are with the green engine, pulling the high-sided wagons, and for those of you with very sharp eyes, you'll notice that the front wheels on the brown wagon are lifted up and not touching the track, because the loop connection, if I can get it close here, is slightly higher than the HO trains, and this causes the front axle with the wheels not to touch the track, only for the tip, and doesn't aid the smooth running at all. Makes the balance completely wrong, which affects then the next truck running behind it, as you can see here. So the only thing I'm thinking to do is cut the rear loop off the back of the engine by the cab, add a piece of cardboard underneath the cab, and then relocate that D-shape hoop beneath the cardboard, thereby dropping the height and hopefully making the connection a lot smoother. Yeah, this affects the running, so far I can't leave it as it is. The wagons that I have with the other trains are also low, i.e. the bogie wagons. So it's either leave well alone and run the smaller, what I would call not to scale trucks, the goods wagon, coal tender and caboose that come with the 009 set. And here is the problem here. You see there's no touching, because this section here where my finger is raised, lifting this up. This then affects the connection with this one, and you've got a completely unbalanced set. Yeah, I'll have to do that. So I took the zoo signs off my little wagon that I'd purchased the other day and put a blob of white paint for the headlights. And of course, here next to the church, he must be quite religious, Doctor Who has arrived. So very simple layout, and the beauty about not gluing and having fixed layouts is that I can put the accessories, vehicles, the stations, the halts, all my accessory buildings, i.e. the signal box, water tower signal, and coal bunker, anything else that comes to mind that you'd find in a rail set. Just every time I do a different layout and a different board, I can put anything where I basically like. Don't like the idea of a fixed railway. A fixed track, yes. This makes running of the locos far smoother. So with that, hope you enjoyed all this, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.